we all saw, but we'll go over it again and just kind of see some of the fallout, talk it out, talk it through just a bit. But Kylian Mbappe has informed PSG of his decision. He'll not trigger the option to extend current contract until 2025, so in June. So it means that his deal would expire next June 2024, as L'Equipe called. Hold on. Oh boy. So, would expire June 2024, as L'Equipe called. PSG position: no plan to lose Kylian Mbappe for free. Sign a new deal or he could be sold. So obviously, it's pretty much been a love triangle since last summer, where it was speculated that he was going to go. PSG did what the Dallas Mavericks did to, or no, what the Clippers did to DeAndre Jordan when the Dallas Mavericks wanted to sign him. Like, just locked him in a room, made him sign a contract or something. But basically, Kylian Mbappe, obviously his new deal was signed, and he built this into it essentially. And I think that what caught everybody by surprise too was that it wasn't anything. Hello, Mochi. It wasn't anything that needed to be said. Um, it was like if it had gone past August 1st and he didn't say anything, then it just wouldn't trigger the option. But instead, what happened was Kylian Mbappe wrote this letter or whatever, just telling PSG of the news, basically informing them instead of letting it drag on. And then he also has come out and said that that he is happy to stay, but obviously PSG don't want to lose him for nothing. And this puts PSG in a bad position. PSG have been, up until this point, one of the worst run clubs so far. They had Neymar. That was their giant big acquisition when they first took over, and then Neymar's Neymar'd. He's been out. He's been missing. He's been gone a lot. And then Mbappe obviously joined up. They were good. They won League On, but then they weren't getting over that Champions League edge. And so then Messi joined them, and that was a problem in and of itself. They were good. They were clicking. I think it took them about a year to settle in. Then this past year, he wins the World Cup. I think that they were starting to click. I thought that they were going to be favorites for the Champions League this year, actually. And then the World Cup happens, and I think it just mentally and physically drained a lot of players. I think especially Messi. I think that was the one thing that he didn't have checked off on his box. He checks it off. And I'm not going to lie, I love Messi. I think he's the GOAT. But it definitely looked like he was done. Like, he was like, okay. Like, he was a super senior. He was set. He was done. He wanted nothing to do with anything. And they didn't come back the same. They got run over in the Champions League. That went to nothing. And so it's been a mess. It's been a giant mess, from reports of, the coaches get fired every year, every other year, to the players just create like just a really, really toxic culture. They can go right up to the owners and say, hey, I want this, hey, I want that. Leonardo didn't last. It's just been a giant mess. They've thought that they can throw money at it. They were having fun. It's like if a fan was just running it. It's been a mess at PSG, and whatever they were able. I think that they were riding the ship a bit. They had signed Kylian Mbappe to the deal, so you kind of thought that this would go away since last summer, and now it's summer again, and here we go again with the speculation. I think PSG, if they were a serious club, and I think that they are doing it now. I think they're trying to be a serious club, and they're just gonna cut ties with Kylian Mbappe. Just be like, forget this guy. Move on. And I think that's what they should do. Who knows? I mean, there's always two sides to the deal. There's always the side of who they accept the bid from and where Kylian Mbappe actually wants to go. That, just because PSG negotiate with a team doesn't mean Mbappe's going to sign off, if you will. And it's pretty obvious. After Mbappe had burned Real Madrid last season, I don't think he's going to be able to get away with it again. I think there is reports that, supposedly Kylian Mbappe already apologized to Florentino Perez. And, supposedly he's fixed that relationship. I mean, who knows if that's true? That probably is. But he's not going to get away with it twice. And so if he doesn't end up at Madrid, I think that would be the last time. That's just speculation. But the first time that it happened, there was so many things. Like Madrid papers and people coming out and just being like, hey, we're not going to take this abuse. We want you. We wanted you. But if you don't want us, then fuck off, basically. And I think that it has all got patched over, but I don't think that it happens twice. And so I think Mbappe definitely needs to force his way to Madrid. And again, PSG don't need money. Like that's the thing about PSG. They might need it for the books. They might need it for financial fair play. They, whatever, the business might need money, but they don't need the money. Like the owners don't need the money. I think that they're doing this out of there's only so many times that I'm going to beg you to stay and you're actually going to stay before, you threaten to leave. And it's just like, okay, then you know what? Fuck you. Fuck this. Just go, And I think if they are going to run in a serious way, I think that that's going to be the way to do it. So that's going to be the Mbappe situation. But again, even the Mbappe situation with where he goes and what he does and who and yada, 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 I think even the implication outside of that is, what the heck? I think the implication outside of that even is Real Madrid were all keen in on Harry Kane this season and then saving up and then getting Mbappe next. And so I doubt it's going to happen. I think we just saw the tweet that they're willing to spend about 200 mil to attain Kylian Mbappe. You're not going to be able to do that and make a deal for Kane. Did Kane even want to go to Madrid? Honestly, I have doubts, but this is going to be a massive excuse for him to not want to go to Madrid. And then again, now, so Spurs don't have that decision. They are going to have the decision of do they let him walk free or do they sell him to a rival in the Premier League, because no other team is going to want and is going to be able to pay what the Spurs want for Harry Kane. So now they're not going to have money. PSG, what are they going to do? I'm assuming they were assuming that they were going to have Mbappe and they were going to build around him. Now they don't have that to go with it. So do they get young guys? Do they get vets? Do they, because I think I saw Bernardo Silva linked with them. Again, great player. Maybe they still get him, but I think that was one player where it's like, he pushes you over the top. He has that kind of quality. Where do they go with him again? Do they go for him again? Or do they try to build a squad of young guys, just get rid of that toxic culture that they had and just try to start over? Again, it's just the possibilities now are stupid because Mbappe just upsets the transfer market. He just does. He upsets the transfer market in every way. It affects every corner of everything. It just does. It affects who PSG have, who Real Madrid go for, who they prioritize, what do Tottenham do. Man U allegedly being bought out. No confirmed reports yet. Liverpool, scum of the earth. And I say that as a Liverpool fan. What Arsenal, what are they going to do? They're going to shell out big money for Declan Rice. What is West Ham going to do? It's just there's too many threads and there's too many things affected. by this Mbappe move, by this Mbappe announcement that, I mean, who knows what happens? Like, really, who knows what happens? And it's just going to have giant implications. And let's see. Let's see what happens. But it's going to be all fucking summer because the dance has already started. It's first he came out with this, and then, PSG come out, they're upset, and then Real Madrid do want him. Real Madrid don't want him. PSG are not going to sell to him. Mbappe says he wanted to stay here the whole time for his year. I don't know what y'all are talking about. It's lies. What else is said? I mean, even I feel like in a day, Kylian Mbappe's message denying plans to join Real Madrid this summer has not changed PSG's position. Sign a new deal or leave the club. No intention to lose him as a free agent. The club is very disappointed, especially Nasser. Real Madrid well informed on the situation. Again, that is true. Just because you have, and it's like a lot of people have that kind of like egotistical thinking, and I'm saying that in general. Like a lot of people have that thinking where it's like, I'm making my decision, whatever you guys do is, that's your decision. No, there's consequences to what you're saying. I think he's trying to wash his hands clean. He's trying to say, hey, I have a year left on the contract and I'm willing to stay. But he's acting like that has no effect, no repercussions on what anyone does. And that's absolutely, I don't think he believes it. I think he's full of shit. I think he knows what he did. It's obvious what he did. And for him to play like, again, I'm not upset he can do whatever he wants. I'm saying that like he knows what he's doing. Like he knows that he's going to want to go to Real Madrid. And PSG, of course, are not gonna want to lose a talisman like that on a free. And so either he's full of shit and he knows what he's doing, or if he actually truly believes that he's just like, hey, I didn't know this was gonna happen, then he's a moron. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I have too much respect for Kylian Mbappe to believe that he's a moron. He's a very, very smart guy. Not subtle. He's not fucking subtle. Here we go again with the drama. He's a bit of a diva, but he's not dumb. Like, I don't think he's dumb. And so it's going to go on. It's going to continue probably all summer. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to see, you're just going to have the reports of everything all day. And it's just going to be, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? What is he going to do? He is going here. He's not going there. He is. He's not. He is. He's not. And it's going to get annoying. So welcome to the summer of Mbappe once again. He could have. I mean, again, it's his career. He can do whatever he wants, and obviously, Real Madrid has a very, very exciting project right now. Say what you will about the big money everywhere else. Madrid clearly has a bunch of money. But not only do they have money, they also have clout, and every player wants to go there. And they have their midfield is, again, as a Liverpool fan, I'm starving. I like that. I see that they have a whole ass buffet. And I'm over here with a saltine cracker. I mean, again, now that we got McAllister, maybe that's a little bit better. But Madrid, they just signed Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Freddy Valverde, Vinny Jr., Rodrigo. They still have Modric, who will, if they don't have to rely on him, what a luxury to have. So it's an exciting team, and it's an exciting project, and I don't blame him for wanting to join. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to segment my diet of Mbappe news. I don't think I can take it all summer, but we will obviously have to see, or I'll obviously be watching it and see what happens and go from there.